Hey guys, so mom is sleeping right now. Don't know if you can see her. Well, like I said this morning, after she came back from she had gone to an MRI and she came back, and then the doctor came to see us, and the doctor said that he hadn't had the results for the MRI yet, but when you think about how the little inflammation, the little bump she has on her bottom was doing this weekend, you know, on Saturday it was painful, and then Sunday it wasn't too bad, and then Sunday night it was smaller, and then today she didn't feel any more pain. It wasn't swollen anymore. So the doctor says that because of the way that it just has been doing, he thinks the MRI results are going to come back fine. It's not like a bad infection or anything like that. So as far as that goes, that's good. Also, I have some more great news. You know how I was telling you guys that her white blood count was at 200 on Friday, then 300 on Saturday, then 400 yesterday. Well, today it doubled and she's at 800. So it is for sure 3 days straight coming up. It doubled overnight. She is full on, like, the transplant was a success. It was a success. So she's got all kinds of white blood cells multiplying in her body, which was great because that means that if she has any cancer left in her body, they're fighting it off right now, and hopefully, you know, she's gonna be clean when she gets out of here. And now the doctor also said that because her white blood count is coming up so great, and he said that she's actually one of the only patients that he's ever had to have this procedure done and not need like any tube feeding, you know, like he said that he was just so amazed because he had never seen that. And so that's one big accomplishment that she's made, is that she's been able to still eat. She eats a little bit, but I have her drink a lot of like protein, like those shakes, like the Ensures, you know, that'll kind of replace a meal sort of. So if she doesn't eat, then that's sort of the agreement we make. All right, well, you're not so hungry, well then at least drink this. And then the doctor's perfectly fine with that. So because she's been doing so great with that, and the symptoms that she has, they're completely normal and we're controlling them, he thinks that she'll probably be able to go home next week. So hopefully this will be her last weekend, and well, this coming weekend, hopefully it'll be our last weekend. And so he says she'll be able to go home next week. That's how things are going. He didn't give us a date yet. He didn't say what day of the week or anything like that, but he said hopefully next week. So our day started off really great, and then my dad came to visit us, and so she was very talkative and joking around with him, and she had us laughing, even though she still sounds really tired. And that's normal. Her personality still shines through her exhaustion, so that's a good thing. Only thing is that aside from all that good news, you know, those symptoms still are pretty aggressive. Like, she still has really bad nausea. In the last like 3 days, only once has she thrown up like something she's eaten, but all the other times it's just been like phlegm and mucus in her throat. And it's horrible because since it's so thick, it doesn't come out easy, and she starts to choke and she has a hard time breathing. But you know, they give her medicine for it, and then she's good for a few more hours. But it always seems to be that as soon as the medicine starts wearing off, she'll have another episode of that. But it's normal. But like I said, it just kind of sucks because the throwing up just makes her even more exhausted, and she just kind of falls asleep. She just passes out asleep right after something like that happens. And her diarrhea is still kind of bad, and it's really annoying, you know, because it's hard for her to hold it in. Sometimes she has accidents, but they're giving her medicine for that, and they're trying to keep it under control. But the doctor says that there's nothing we can do. The only way that that's going to get better is through her white blood count coming up. So we just have to have it come up a little bit more. And the doctor says that he thinks that tomorrow her white blood count will probably be at least 1,000, which means that she'll finally be able to leave her room. We've been cooped up in this room. She only walks around in here, like to and from the restroom. But after, he thinks that tomorrow for sure, as long as she's at least at 1,000 white blood cells, he thinks that she's going to be able to walk around her room, like walk around the hallways here on the floor, maybe out to the lobby, still wearing a mask, of course, because she's still neutropenic, but she's not going to be extremely neutropenic, which is great because she's slowly coming out of that danger of getting a bad fever or, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, I would say that overall the good outweighs the bad, and we're just sleeping the days away because we're so tired. But next week, just next week, only one more weekend, I think that sort of gave us like the little, you know, oomph, you know, to keep going. And we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. So we're gonna go to sleep now, and I hope everyone had a good weekend, and hopefully we have a good week and it just gets better and better. Bye.